Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Fortmaster, and welcome to a new reaction, and this is a little different from normal. So I'm not just reacting to one video today, this is a whole playlist of videos, and these are Deltarune smooth cutscenes made by Shadow AOD. Now, I was led to these by a suggestion on my Discord server by one Graf Copperfield when they suggested one of the videos. Now, this one specifically, Chapter 2, Entering the Dark World, is like it's like 4.5 minutes long. That wouldn't be really that long of a reaction, wouldn't really be worth making. So I decided, since there's a playlist here and all the videos with the exception of the last one for the ending of chapter 2 are all like really short, so I decided I'm just going, react to all of them in one go. Now, that being said, the videos are like out of order chronologically, at least in the game. So I'm going to have to, move some things around. But, it's still going to be fun. But, yeah, this should be pretty fun, at least from the little bit I was kind of spoiled on when I clicked on the video and it started auto-playing. So, this looks like it could be fun. So, yeah, of course, as always, playlist will be linked in the description if you haven't seen it for some reason. Corner video will lead to my Let's Play of the day. And if you like this video or any other video that I make, I'd very much appreciate it if you gave the video a like and subscribe to my channel, because my main goal for this year is to hopefully hit 5,000 subscribers, and at the current rate I'm going, that's totally doable thanks to every person like you that, actually thinks it's worth to subscribe to my channel. But yeah, well, out of the way, let's get this thing started then, shall we? And I have to do a little bit of shuffling around here, but that would be... So the first video in the playlist is end of chapter 1, so I obviously can't do that first. But we'll start with Deltarune Smooth Cutscene 2, The Way to School. So let's get this started then. Even just now, there's that... a little something, like, oh god, which of the videos, I think it was, which video was I just did a reaction to a little while ago? It was the 1,357 seconds of useless Deltarune facts, and he specifically pointed out that, in the cutscene, Chris and Toriel just walk under the car. So, I mean, I like the actual, again, animating just in any form is hard, but the fact you actually, animated them getting into the car, again, such nice little bits. And now I'm really wondering, how much effort it would be to actually mod Deltarune to actually have these animations as cutscenes, because that could probably be really cool. Oh, okay. Okay, and also another thing I just realized, obviously this is the driveway, and this is their driveway to their house or something. Why is Toriel's car parked here instead of at the side of the house? Unless it was parked here originally and then she moved it to the front of the house waiting for Chris and got out while waiting for him? Why was the car just here? Jeez, that is really smooth. Oh, sorry. Jeez, I'm just looking at this, and Chris must have some really luscious locks. Because, as soon as they move, granted, I'm saying this as somebody who's never had long hair a day in his life, but the fact that, their hair bounces and sways so much as they move, that has got to be some really, their hair has got to have some volume to it. And I'm really... Yeah. Again, man, I'm pausing so much for such a short video. Honestly, with how smooth everything is, and honestly, and how weirdly you're able to get such smooth animation with pixel art, Honestly, what I want to do now is just go frame by frame. And oh no, okay, never mind. It is literally pixels because I was gonna say like, oh man, are they like cheating a bit or something in this? But no, this is actual like pixel art. But it just even for something like this, like granted, I know you have like the majority of like the backgrounds and stuff like that already created, you know, from the game. But like, how much time and effort actually went into making the sprites for this to animate in? I'm only in the first video here, but bravo Shadow already. Okay, so the next video is, you know, outside a classroom, which is, you know, this is where we, you know, get threatened by Susie. But honestly, like, with this is so good already. You know, with how well this is animated, the only thing this is honestly missing would be if like the talk sprites were actually like fully animated for like, you know, actually speaking. I don't imagine, you know, like actual like perfect lip sync to the words since, you know, there isn't actual like voice acting or anything. But like but just like the only thing that seems to be missing here would be just having like the mouths like flapping open and close just as, you know, the actual words are popping up. Like it's like this is so well done. Oh jeez. Yep, the guitar. Again, something like this, because like I know in this scene, like she's not really doing anything except holding him up against the, you know, the lockers. So something just with like the lip flaps of the face here. But honestly, I mean, again, granted, nothing really much is happening at this moment. But it is fascinating just how, like, granted, we're used to, you know, the animations being, you know, somewhat choppy, you know, stuff like that. But it's amazing just how smooth you can actually get them. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Man, great. It's been a while since I've seen the original cutscene, but did she hesitate like that in the sprites? Or is that purely just from this? Because obviously I remember her, you know, putting Chris down and saying, "Oh, I wouldn't want to make your mother cry" or something like that. But did she hesitate like that normally? I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I mean, like, Maybe it's just because I can I can actually watch the animation as it's playing as she walks across the screen off. But for some reason, that animation, her animation specifically, almost strikes me as something like you'd see in like an old LucasArts adventure game or something, as like a character walks out of a scene off the screen. Like it's so like it just has that tempo to it, like pretty fast, and just so you know you can get them off as quick. It's really weird. Yeah, again, honestly, all of this is so good. I'm really enjoying this. Honestly, I'm trying to think, like, would Deltarune be any better if these animations were, actually in the, the cutscenes? Because, I mean, on the one hand, that obviously means that, cutscenes and stuff would take so much longer to make, given that, instead of just, timing a few frames, you're dealing with actual animation. And as well, like, would it really add that much? Like, again, I'm gushing over how good this looks, but now I'm actually thinking, like, if you were to actually put this in the actual game, would it actually improve anything? Or would it just be one of those little flourishes that, that gets kind of ignored after a while? So yeah, here we go. We got cutscene number 4, entering the Dark World. The closet's broken, yeah. The walls, or the floor, or the ceiling. Gravity still seems to be working, though. Wait a minute. Yeah, again, like, the more I watch this, and, like, I'm loving this animation, but I am getting very, like, especially with the walk cycles, as I'm seeing characters walk side to side and stuff like that, I'm getting huge, like, LucasArts point-and-click adventure game vibe from it, and I absolutely love it. Like, I look at this, and, like, the first thing it makes me think of is, like, those old, like, the old 2D Sam & Max adventure games, like the one where, like, the dog and the rabbit are, like, cops. It's falling! Oh, god damn it, Chris. Like, you look, and I absolutely love it, where you have Susie, like, trying, like, actually falling, and then you have Chris just plummeting like a sack of potatoes, like, they're just... Oh, Chris. Why? Why are you like this? Well, here we are in the Dark World. Like, okay, so I'm just looking at it, like... Like, that is just... Like, it's amazing what you can do with, like, pixels and the limited resolution of, like, the characters. But, like... That is so smooth. That's almost verging on, like, uncomfortably smooth. It's, like, so weird. Man, gotta love it where, like, the animations were, like, all curl weird, and then, like, as soon as Chris stood up, it's, like, immediately back on model once again. Okay, so now, back to what is technically the first video in the playlist, end of Chapter 1. That looked much more painful than in the game. Again, Chris needs a haircut. At least to, like, just to trim up the bangs and stuff like that. Oh, that's a different way of portraying that. Because, like, in the regular game, it almost looks like Chris is actually reaching into their chest, like, almost like Indiana Jones style, to rip the soul out. But in this one, it's almost like the soul is just always there in front of their chest, but just is invisible most of the time, and it's like they're grabbing onto it and ripping it off of them. I don't know which one I like more. I kind of like the idea of the soul being inside, and then having to like go inside and rip it out. But it is an interesting way of doing it. And it's the souls moving, yeah. Okay, also, it's just something I literally thought of. So, so you look at the way, like, Chris throws the soul, and you look at it, and the majority of the energy is coming from just, like, the elbow, like, right there. So either the soul is, like, has no mass to it and can be thrown very easily, or Chris has some, like, has a really good throwing arm there that they're not cashing in on. Okay, that's a way of doing that. So again, like, all of this so well done. And wait, seriously? Wow, okay, I only just noticed that this video is from 2 years ago. Oh, okay, so it's been around. Interesting. So yeah, next video is Deltarune Chapter 2, Entering the Dark World Smooth. So yeah, actually thinking about it, haven't seen Rousey or any other Darkner characters yet, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean, of course, you know, Rousey's gonna be cute and adorable. But yeah, here we go. And this is the 4-minute video. Okay, so let's get this thing started then. Whoop, sorry. Oh wait, right, this is the cutscene that also shows, like, Noelle come up and give, Susie the box of chalk, right. Oh, gonna be getting all the good characters now. Here we go! Whoa, what the? Oh, too far. Okay, that twirling around animation. Okay, so one, the actual, like, twirl, that's pretty quick, but then, like, the shock, like, pose, like, is it just me, or does that seem like it took her way too long to actually get that? Like, she was fumbling. She was fumbling really hard there. And Chris just, like, casually leans up against the door like, hey, how you doing? Jeez, everybody with long hair in this has such bouncy hair. What kind of conditioner do they use? Again, like, the whole thing where she's kind of, like, twisting on her heels and, like, kind of swaying nervously, that is, oh god, I mean, honestly, that is just so perfect for Noelle. It is so adorable. Crime! Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. They actually even animated the soul going between options. Okay. Again, I don't know how many times I'm actually going to end up saying it in this video, but, like, this is done so well. Like, again, the only thing that's missing is, like, the animated, like, talking, like, talk sprites. Wait, what? Okay, come on, Susie, that that is not normal. Oh god, I was too focused on this. I didn't see her face down here. Oh no. Oh, that was funny. She looks like a Muppet. You know, honestly, with Susie's answer in this version, I can very much see Noelle acting, you know, so kind of confused and flustered as normal. Susie, wait, was she leaning into listening to what Noelle was saying? Again, she was. I love that detail. And just so like she's just like slowly doing it again. Again, I mean, I'm gonna have to see if I can keep count of how many times I've said it, but like the amount of like how like the animation and how smooth you can actually do this on like literal pixel graphics is absolutely wonderful. That is absolutely adorable. Come on, let the gears are turning, the gears are turning. The secret identities, right? Yeah, of course. Oh god, Susie, I can't wait to see more of you in chapter 3. Certain, you know? Let's go! Ooh, that's a really cool effect. Love that. But now I'm just wondering, you do like an outtakes version, and they do that, they run, and the door doesn't open, and they just slam right into it like Looney Tunes characters. Oh, we got the magical girl transformation! Okay, that was one way of doing that, and wow, what is going on here? This is not... Okay, so this is called Deltarune's smooth animation, but like, this is... They're starting to take a lot of liberties here. Okay, come on, what's happening? I love the Rousey landing pad. Oh, that was it, okay. Okay, I just want to go back to there and see, like, when they've actually, like, transformed or something, like, again, like, this is just pure, you know, like, Power Rangers transformation energy here right now. You gotta love it. And also, I mean, like, I know Chris is called short a number of times, but, like, honestly, like, with how tall, like, Susie herself is very tall. Like, I don't know if she has actually been, like, held back a grade or two or something, or if it's just, like, her, you know, having good genetics or something, but, like, man, she is really tall. Okay, next one, Deltarune Prophecy Smooth Edition. animated fire. Oh, and the flag too, yeah. Very nice. Legend of dark dreams. Light and dark. This is the legend of the Deltarune. Or just of Deltarune, there's no the. The little floating lancer just happily jiggling and bouncing. Oh god, yeah. Again, this is done so well. Like the first lightning strike done in tune with the music and like the ground cracking open.
Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and...
Sorry, I was listening to music. I got caught up. Sorry. Again, I'm repeating myself so much in this, but just how it's amazing how smooth you can make animation, like these pixel animations. Like they're they are so good looking. Like, honestly, I gotta go to the channel's bio. Does it say, like, do they do this as, like, a living or something? Like, how are they this good? You got DeviantArt, Tumblr, Twitter, Blue Sky, all that good stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, so literally doing, like, animated pixel art and stuff like that is, like, something they just do. Okay. Oh. Okay, I can see where they got I can see where they've gotten all their experience from. Oh, geez, look at that. I mean, obviously higher resolution, but still, that's very good. Banish the angels' hammer. No bounds they will stop. Has appeared on the horizon. With it, the balance of light and dark begins to shift. You know, honestly, just thinking about it, again, like, a lot of people have asked and stuff like that about, like, you know, how did Rousey get to, you know, Castletown to, you know, Cyber City and the library and stuff like that. And people have always suggested that it's like, oh, he somehow, you know, led to the light world or something like that. While others, you know, say like a teleporter or something like that. And I mean, what if literally all the dark worlds and all the worlds that are created from dark fountains in the world are just sort of extensions of the landscape in the dark world? Because like in chapter 1, in real life, the two dark fountains were separated by a wall in a building, and yet, seemingly, in the dark world, Rousey could see the other dark fountain in the distance. If, you know, the prophecy or whatever this is, if it actually is part of the prophecy, is to be believed. So what if Rousey literally just walked? Very nice, very nice. Again, I gotta applaud Shadow Games for just how good this is. Like, honestly, like, you give Toby Fox a bigger crew, at least by like a couple of people to actually do animations like this, and I could see the whole game being animated like this. Like, can you imagine if that's like, if art style was still the same, but like the biggest step up in graphics was just how fluidly everything was animated. Now, granted, I know a lot of the comedy and stuff like that comes from, you know, the more choppy and stuff animation, but I mean, this would still be really cool. I mean, you could find a place for both. Okay, so now I'm going to be skipping the next two videos in the playlist because they're previews for the next big video. So these ones are Deltarune Chapter 2 ending, small preview, and then small preview 2. So I'm just going to be skipping over to the full video. And this one's the longest one at almost 16 minutes. Honestly, though, the one thing I'm realizing now, the biggest pain of editing this is the fact that the videos are constantly changing resolution. That is going to be so annoying. Oh god, okay, there she goes. She just, that, okay, so, yeah, so that's just Susie's default, like, oh, what's going on pose. Now, you know, the one thing I'm sad about is that, I'm sad that we don't get to see Susie do, like, the weird, do, like, the fast flip around sprite animation, you know, the one where it's like, Chris, where the hell are we from that meme? Like, that would be beautiful if we actually got to see this one, but, man, what are you gonna do? I did like that detail where like Susie's all kind of like up and frozen, and then as soon as she's not in trouble, like she visibly relaxes to the point that her hair stops floating and comes back down to earth. Like that's a nice little touch there. I think I can come over for a bit. Oh, poor Susie. Yeah. Honestly, you know, the worst part of this video not having like actual like voice acting or anything with it is I keep finding myself like my eyes keep drifting up to the actual you know, the actual text box to read what's happening, even though, you know, I've seen it multiple times, and I keep missing the actual animations that's happening down here. Like, it sucks. Oh god, the fact that she kind of like just snaps back to attention. Again, you know, it's funny, you know, the fact is she just kind of like snaps to attention when, you know, and you know, Toriel's presence and stuff like that, you know, being in her home. At the same time, like, I really do have to wonder if and when we're going to learn more about Susie's home life. Because the fact that that's her first response when in, you know, the presence of an actual parent, of like an authority figure, like when not in school and stuff like that, like granted, it's funny in, you know, this context, but outside of this context, like it's sad, unfortunately. Leave the chalk alone, right? Okay, the little twirl, that was adorable. Yeah, just dry it off on Chris's hair. They don't mind. And oh yeah, Chris needs to wash their hands, quote unquote. That face, I swear again, she's got the full Muppet energy going on. Oh god, what was it like? If I get, I need to find it again. But I remember I saw this one post on the Deltarune subreddit where like somebody like made a joke, a thing talking about how like Susie's sprite where you can see her eyes versus the one where her eyes are completely covered is like 1 pixel shorter. But like there's that. But honestly, like the whole thing with like Susie's sprite being like a 1 pixel shorter, and she gets progressively shorter throughout the game. Oh, that'd be so funny. Oh, jeez. Yep, and Chris is just walking off to do, you know, whatever it is that Chris's do. Yeah, you could wash your hands here. By my rules. Yeah, here we go. Oh, God, Chris, what is your plan here? So now I have to wonder, is this literally going to play out like the normal cutscene where it's just the empty bathroom? Okay. Yep. Chris doing Chris things. So they even have made, you know, custom talk sprites. Oh, God. Does this sometimes, yeah. God, Torio. God, I forget. Does Torio actually swear in the original cutscene? I can't remember. And here's Chris. Okay, some editing stuff going on there. Yeah, good to actually wash your hands. And, just no need for towels. We just move the hands so quickly the water just flies right off. It's speed walking. Just Chris spinning. What? What? What was that? I did not like that. No. Tutorial doesn't notice at all. You know, that's one of those things, like, I remember when I first played, you know, Chapter 2, and you go on to watch, I have my playthrough on my channel here, but until Toriel was actually, you know, phoning the cops, and even then, like, it took me years later to realize that the reason she suggested for Susie to stay over was because, you know, the tires of the car were slashed. Like, honestly, like, I talked before about, you know, how, you know, would the game actually be, you know, any better if they used these as the cutscenes as opposed to what we have normally. And I'd say most of the time, we'd probably be fine. But it's times like this where there's that little bit of subtext, and you have people like me that don't get subtext that well. Where you just have that, where we just need that little bit of a visual nudge to help, you know, figure out, like, hey, something's going on here, the character's not feeling quite right. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that over the mic, but we're currently having some, some work done downstairs, unfortunately. Look at this! It's a couch! Okay. I've complimented how good the sprite work does look in this. And, you know, most of the time, it, like, of course, when you have to work, like, the partial perspectives, like, diagonally, you know, things are gonna get funny. But Susie here, okay, I said before she had Muppet energy, now she has Barney energy. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I know what's coming, but this is still so sweet. Oh. We're in first person mode, okay. Man, I love the fact that the color actually changed. Jeez, okay. That's storytelling right there. Okay. Okay. Undertale yellow. Okay. Okay, is that what's going on here? Oh god, can Undertale Yellow being a Deltarune TV show? God, if that isn't a fanfiction possibility right there. tutorials on TV? What? The long-awaited prequel. God, this is... I like this. Again, the Undertale Yellow TV show. I just gotta love that. Again, that whole thing with, like, the flipping, is that supposed to mean, you know, fighting between, you know, Chris and the player? Or what is that supposed to symbolize? Is it, or is just the, you know, the player being indecisive, or... Oh, geez, already at Dalv. Wait, what? Wait a second. What was? I didn't catch what Susie was doing behind. Was she shaking her fist or, like, you know, clenching really hard? What was that? Building bashing, yeah. Oh, hey, it's Evil Barney! Wait a second, is that actually Evil Barney? And she's asleep. Yep. And Chris is asleep too. There we go. You know, I just noticed in the windows, are those, like, I get, like, are those supposed to be, like, plants, like, in a window box? Or are those just, like, action figures or something? What are those? No, again, sorry. Hand on the mouse. Yeah. And here we go. I never noticed that before. How, like, Chris just seems to stand in front of Susie? Because, like, everything else they're doing is seemingly, like, prepping the room to become a dark world, you know, opening the doors, hopefully, like, Undyne or something comes in, turning on the TV. But then they're just standing in front of Susie. Hmm. You know, I'm honestly surprised with how violent opening of the Dark Fountain is. I'm surprised like neither Toriel or Susie woke up when Chris did that. They're just in the room as it fills with black magic smoke. Whatever it is. Ooh. That's a way of doing that. Very nice. Yeah, here we go. Oh wait, there's still more of the video. Oh, are these credits? Yeah, okay, the actual credits of the video. Okay. Oh god. Again, honestly, like that entire thing just so well done. And honestly, like looking through the DeviantArt, looking through their DeviantArt and all the other animation stuff they've done, like I can see why this is so well made. Like they have practice. Again, the question I stood earlier about whether Deltarune would actually be any better with like cutscenes like this still stands. I'm gonna have to think on that, just as like, you know, a brain teaser sort of question. But at the end of the day, this was beautiful, and honestly, I can't wait for, you know, Chapter 3 cutscenes to start being released. Ah, that's gonna be beautiful. Ah, but yeah, that's definitely going to be it for now. So yeah, of course, as always, original videos are linked in the description if you haven't seen it for some reason. Corner video lead to my Let's Play of the day. And yeah, I hope you guys liked. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight and Benito Mussolini and